What's going on, my Trainer Club? Today we're going to check out some of the signature moves in Pokemon Go for raid legendaries and mythical Pokemon that have not been introduced that I think are going to make a huge impact in Pokemon Go. So with all that said, let's jump right in. Welcome back, everybody. Let me know in the comments below, do you guys know about signature moves on legendary Pokemon in general and Pokemon Go? Because obviously all of these moves do come from the main series game and hopefully at some point will translate over into Pokemon Go. A lot of us have talked about, or that do know these moves, have seen in the comments of a lot of my videos, if you don't know about them, people talking about things such as Origin Pulse on Kyogre and other moves on a lot of legendary Pokemon that haven't all made their way into Pokemon Go. And a lot of us do see these legendaries like, yeah, they're strong, but you have seen me do a lot of best of the best analysis videos of the top attackers, and it's like, dude, there's a Kyogre, but it's getting beat out by a Swampert in the Mega / Primal form, and it's like, dude, that doesn't really make too much sense. And I think one of those things that's going on here, which we'll talk about here, and then we'll move into some of the analytics and which Pokemon are going to be getting signature moves that are not currently in Pokemon Go, is the fact that Pokemon Go is really about balance, right? So we can get a lot of these legendary Pokemon. In the main series games, it's not as easy to get so many legendary Pokemon. So having a ton of them in comparison to not a ton of them is a whole different experience, right? As far as a game goes. So they want to maintain a decent amount of what it seems like balance. But at the same time, these Pokemon definitely deserve to have their signature moves because legendary Pokemon at the end of the day, I think, are legendary Pokemon for a reason. If you want to ban a Pokemon or a move in Go Battle League for PvP, so be it. If this move makes this Pokemon too dominant for that PvP purpose and it's going to dominate the entire meta, totally get it. But at the same time, I don't think it's the best idea to hold back a Pokemon's strength in the game, period, just because of one specific section of the game. There needs to be a lot more, in my opinion, better sectioning of these Pokemon to be able to give them what they need for meta raid attackers. I personally don't think that there's any reason that a Mega Swampert could be better than a Primal Kyogre. They're not even the same type of Pokemon. You can catch plenty of Mudkips and evolve into Swamperts or train up to make it evolve into Swamperts in the main series games in Pokemon Go. However, getting as many Kyogres, not as easy of a feat, and it shouldn't be as easy of a feat because they are legendary and exclusive Pokemon. And I get the game mechanics are different, but at the same time, these Pokemon deserve to have their right in there. But at the same time, moving into these Pokemon's move, some Pokemon in Pokemon Go have gotten their signature moves already. So it is kind of a leeway into a lot of these Pokemon going to eventually get their movesets, including one Pokemon such as Mewtwo. Mewtwo did get Psystrike, right? Psystrike made this Pokemon insanely strong, and Psystrike is the Mewtwo signature move. And so if that is any correlation of what could happen in the future, I think that it's perfectly acceptable to start giving some of these Pokemon their moves and putting them at their rightful spot in the top attacker position for a lot of these Pokemon. So what are going to be some of the signature moves? I just want to give a big shout out to Pokemon Go Hub for putting this article together, putting all these movesets in one place for us to be able to see, because I was going to do all the research and bam, there's the article. So big shout out. I will put it in the description if you want to read over the whole article. It's a great article, but let's start with some of these Pokemon. Starting off, I think that these Pokemon are incredibly cool. They're going to be the Galarian forms of the Kanto birds. So starting off, we do have Articuno. Articuno in the Galarian form is going to take away ice and add in Psychic for a Psychic flying type Pokemon. The signature move is going to be Freezing Glare. That is not on this Pokemon as of right now. And since it is a Psychic move, just remember, I'm going to point this out for some of them. You will see me go into a little bit more depth with other Pokemon. The ones that I'm not going to go into depth are the Pokemon that are probably going to have Psychic moves, because remember, we have Mewtwo as the Psychic type Pokemon. And although they could be great PvP relevant Pokemon, we're going to focus a little bit more on the raid aspect right now. And then we have the Galarian Zapdos, which is fighting and flying type combination, which is going to be Thunderous Kick, which is a fighting move. This Pokemon is not even out yet, but this is the signature move. And then we have Moltres, which does get Sky Attack, which is already in the game right now, and you saw what that move did do to that Pokemon. It made it extremely strong. It is a very, very strong move for this Pokemon. Granted, there are other Pokemon that can learn this move, but this is the signature for this specific Pokemon. And then we have the Galarian Moltres, which is extremely cool, which subs Fire for Dark, which is going to be Fury Wrath. And then like we talked about, we have the Mewtwo, which is going to be both of the regular as well as the armored Mewtwo form. The move is going to be Psystrike. And that move, I think in itself being in the game, shows that we can have all these other Pokemon with their movesets into the game, because if we do look at this, if you have the Shadow Mewtwo, let's take that one for an example, with Psystrike, the entire DPS times TDO is 10,859, and then if you take that off, it's going to be 8,134, with the regular move of Psychic, which did eventually get its own buff. So looking at that by itself, Psychic was pretty good, but it increased the Pokemon strength by approximately 25% overall, which is quite insane. Really effective, right? Because if we look at the entire health of that Pokemon, 100% being at with the Psystrike, deducting 25% would put it at approximately where Psychic is. So really cool on that Pokemon, really inspiring to give us more potential and hope for the future. Let's keep moving down. And the next Pokemon is going to be Entei with the moveset of Sacred Fire. So Entei, as of right now, is really good in the Shadow form. As far as the regular form, not the best placing for this Pokemon. There's better fire attackers. We obviously have Mega Fires, we have Shadow Fires, and Shadow Fire Entei being great up there. Let's check it out right now and see what happens if we do put this move and it is better for this Pokemon. As of right now, the Shadow Entei is the #1 non-Mega Pokemon in the game right now, with Fire Fang and Overheat at 3,786, and not too far behind it is Reshiram with Fire Fang and Overheat at 3,683. And just remember that placing for that Entei right there. And then we have the Shadow Moltres in the next spot with Fire Spin and Overheat 3,662. Unfortunately, like we talked about, Shadow Moltres cannot get too much better than this, at least in the fire form. So if we do get Sacred Fire on that Pokemon, I truly believe that Entei and Raikou do deserve a little bit better placings. Unfortunately, there's no Raikou in here as far as its signature moves, but it would be really cool to see Entei get it and then to optimize it on its Shadow form, which then leads us into Lugia. Lugia gets Aeroblast, which we have already seen another one implemented successfully into the game. And just remember that although the moves, yes, should be, I believe, always stronger for these Pokemon, it doesn't have to be an insanely amount of strength on these Pokemon, because just adding a little bit of bulk on a move truly does give that Pokemon just a little bit extra edge that it does deserve to put it in its spot where it needs to be. And then the next move is going to be Ho-Oh with Sacred Fire, followed by Latios with Mist Ball. Also, Latios does get Luster Purge, and both of these moves are going to be psychic moves. And while they can make these Pokemon better, yes, we have to fight, once again, like I talked about preemptively about psychic Pokemon, and that we're not going to be covering them too in depth. They have to compete against Mewtwo with Psystrike, which is pretty much almost impossible. Why would you even go after another Pokemon if you have Mewtwo with Psystrike in the Shadow form and all these other forms out there, right? So there's no point, in my opinion, to really focus too much. Yes, it will make these Pokemon potentially better, but you have to compare it to the general move pool of psychic Pokemon. If you guys don't agree with me, definitely let me know in the comments below, because these Pokemon are quite cool, but just remember Mewtwo. And now we are getting onto two of my favorite Pokemon that I am so excited for them to get their signature move. We do have Kyogre. Kyogre does go into primal form. Kyogre potentially may have a Shadow at some point or another, which we will check out in a video coming up soon. But this is going to be Kyogre with Origin Pulse. So let's see where Kyogre sits right now and where it does sit for the primal form as well. As of right now, if we're looking at Primal versus Mega, we have Mega Swampert sitting at the top with 6,992, and then we have Primal Kyogre at 6,228. This is what I talked about, guys, where I don't think that having this specific arrangement is serving the game. I don't believe that a Swampert should overpower a Primal Legendary Pokemon. It doesn't make too much sense, and that's why I still believe that these moves will be making their way into Pokemon Go, and I could see this Pokemon being somewhere around 8,000 for DPS times TDO in comparison to the Swampert, which does have an exclusive Calm Day move that is strong at 6,992. And then if we do look at it as far as its regular form, we have Kyogre, which is Waterfall and Surf at 2,714. And let's look at something like the Ash Greninja at 4,114. I could see this Pokemon with the Origin Pulse sitting around that 3,500, which would put it right below that Mega Gyarados. Ash Greninja looks mighty strong as far as this game's analysis goes right now, so I don't know if it would go above 4,000 with its general form before the Primal Edition, because the Primal Edition would make it that much stronger, but I do believe that it definitely deserves a few spots bump up and strength bump up for the regular. Which then leads to one of my favorite Pokemon, especially the Primal form looks incredible as a shiny. It is going to be Groudon with Precipice Blades as the moveset. So this Pokemon, another one that is not quite where I think it deserves to be. Let's check out the grounds. As of right now, we have Mega Garchomp, 7,031, is a pseudo legendary, but the Primal Groudon right now is 4,741. So I believe that this moveset should significantly bump up this Pokemon. I truly believe that Mega Garchomp does deserve to be really high as it does sit, because like I said, it's a pseudo legendary. If you don't don't know what a pseudo-legendary is, it's basically a regular Pokemon that has legendary stats but is not a legendary Pokemon, such as Salamence, Dragonite, Garchomp are pseudo-legendary Pokemon, which means they act as legendaries but they're not legendaries. But I don't believe that these pseudo-legendaries should overpower the true legendaries, which would be a Primal Groudon. It's sitting way down there. 4,700 for a Mega or a Primal stat comparison is not really that high. Look at, we had the Ash Greninja in the water category at 4,400, and we have the Primal, the evolved form, temporarily, of this Pokemon at 4,700. That's really not too high, and I truly believe that this move will bump it up significantly, and I truly also believe that it deserves to be in the #1 spot. And then if we look at it as the regular form, it is going to be below Garchomp, Landorus, and then Groudon in 3rd spot with that Earthquake combination at 2,062. Garchomp being 2,262, really not all that impressive for that Pokemon either, but it does deserve to be higher. And the next Pokemon we're going to check out is going to be Rayquaza. Rayquaza is going to get the flying move, it's a flying move, of Dragon Ascent. This move, let's check out the flying analysis of where it does sit as of right now. So if we do check out the flying, Mega Rayquaza, Air Slash Hurricane at 8,613, and then we have Shadow Moltres at 4,499, followed by Mega Pidgeot, Shadow Ho-Oh, Shadow Honchkrow. Moltres in the regular form is going to be higher at 2,503, Shadow Staraptor, Ho-Oh, and then we have Rayquaza all the way down there at 1,807 with that Hurricane and Air Slash. So although it is sitting really high as the Mega, I think it deserves to be higher. It's a Mega. And then also, if we look down at the bottom, the reason why I'm saying that is because in its regular form, it's so much further down on the list. So I truly believe this Pokemon should definitely get a bump up as far as its regular and be competing a little bit more with that, at least above the Moltres. Maybe not the Shadow, but man, it does deserve to be up there. The next is going to be Psycho Boost on the Deoxys, which is already out. And then we have Dialga and Palkia. Dialga being Roar of Time, and then Palkia being Spacial Blend, are dragon moves that I also think that these Pokemon deserve. As of right now, they're getting Draco Meteor. A lot of Pokemon get Draco Meteor, but they're legendary Pokemon and they have signature moves. Let's check out the dragon category right now. If we are looking at the dragon category, we have a lot of really powerful dragons on spot #1, but let's go into the second page to remove the shadows as well as the megas. Rayquaza at the top, which I do believe it deserves with the Outrage at 3,564. Then we have Palkia not too far below it at 3,350. And then if we do want to find Dialga, it's going to be down there at 2,943. So it is going to be beat out by Garchomp, Salamence, Zekrom, Eternatus, and then Dialga and Reshiram in there right now at the exact same spot. So if we are checking out these Pokemon with these new moves, if they get a little bit more powerful, that would make Palkia stronger than Rayquaza, which I think is acceptable because they are both legendary Pokemon. And although that it would make it stronger as far as a regular Pokemon, think about its Mega. Rayquaza is really where that Pokemon is insane, right? And then Dialga getting a little bit stronger as a dragon move may imbalance PvP because of how resistant that Pokemon is, but like I said, you can always ban a move and not hinder that Pokemon as far as where it could go for a meta rate attacker. And then next we have Heatran with Magma Storm. Just want to give a big shout out to Zach in my comments of my Heatran video, best of the best, if you want to check it out up here, who we talked about where if a shadow would be there, and then he was talking about a move set on this Pokemon, which then inspired me to make this video. So thank you, Zach, for being an amazing contribution to my channel, which Magma Storm would make this Pokemon stronger, and it would be quite cool to see this Heatran get this move. And then also we are going to move on to Regigigas, which gets Crush Grip. So let's check it out as a normal attacker, and it's already got Giga Impact, which is a beast move. As of right now, we have the Regigigas sitting at the top at 3,842. Could you imagine that Pokemon getting stronger? Because below it's a Mega, then we have Meloetta, then we have Shadow Porygon, Arceus, and then we have Shadows and Porygon Z. So that moveset on that Pokemon would make it stronger, would make it quite interesting to see Regigigas, but I think, you know, Regigigas is such a big beast Pokemon looking. It deserves a really powerful, especially normal move, because normal Pokemon don't really get that much highlight because they don't have that effectiveness against a lot of Pokemon. And then we're going to go into the Giratinas. Giratinas both get Shadow Force. Let's check out those Pokemon in their respective ghost category. As of right now, we have Mega Gengar, Mega Bayonet, then we have Dragapult, and then we have Giratina Origin Form at 2,621 in comparison to that Mega Gengar 8,008, my goodness. And it's just a few points below that Dragapult, which as of right now, that Pokemon's not in the game right now, but I truly believe that the Giratina does deserve to shine as the top. It is an awesome looking Pokemon. It's super strong, and it needs that signature move to make it stronger and really put it at a place that it deserves. And next, we have Cresselia with Lunar Dance, and then we have the Darkrai with Dark Void. So both of these moves, I think, could make these Pokemon stronger. And a lot of people talk about that Darkrai with the Dark Void because the Pokemon has been back so many times in raids. I think it would be really cool to see that Pokemon Pokemon making its way into the game with a new moveset. And then we have Pokemon that have all recently got their Sacred Sword moveset, which is even furthering the point that these moves will be coming at some point. We have Cobalion, Terrakion, Virizion, all with Sacred Sword now in Pokemon Go. Next, we have Reshiram with Fusion Flare and Blue Flare, both going to be fire moves. This Pokemon is already shining as one of the top fire type attackers as of right now, which we did talk about with Entei, but adding these moves on this Pokemon would make it stronger like it does deserve, which then leads us into Zekrom, which is going to have Fusion Bolt and Bolt Strike. Legendary Pokemon, electric Pokemon, already at the top of its game right now with the Wild Charge combination, but add some more exclusive moves that could be stronger. Definitely going to be an amazing addition to the game. Ooh man, I'm already excited about these two Pokemon's moves without even seeing what they could potentially do. And then we have Kyurem. Kyurem with Glaciate would potentially make it a better Pokemon. Also, we do have the white and the black form. All of these forms are going to get one of their respective movesets. The white is going to get Fusion Flare and Ice Burn. These Pokemon are not even out in the game right now. And the black is going to get Fusion Bolt and Freeze Shock. Let's check out ice type attackers. As we talked about, these Pokemon are already extremely strong, just looking at them before they even make it into the game as of right now. But sitting at the top, we have the black Kyurem. Black Kyurem is going to have Dragon Tail and Blizzard at 5194. Then we have Galarian Darmanitan in the Zen mode at 4626, followed by white Kyurem with Dragon Breath and Blizzard at 4456. So imagine these Pokemon that are already extremely strong getting even stronger movesets and typing advantages, which would be really awesome. I cannot wait to see the black and the white make their way into Pokemon Go. The next we do have Genesect, has already been integrated with Technoblast, followed by the Xerneas. So Xerneas does not have a very fast move, and it unfortunately really does dampen this Pokemon's capability as of right now, but Geomancy is the move on this Pokemon. I sure hope that this move comes in and makes this Pokemon sit at the place I think it does deserve. And then we have Yveltal with Oblivion Wing, which is a flying type move. And then finally we have Zygarde, not even out in the game, but it does have 4 signature moves, which is insane. It has Lanzarath, 1000 Arrows, 1000 Waves, and Core Enforcer. So the first 3 are going to be ground moves, and the last one is going to be a dragon move. So there's a lot of exciting signature moves in Pokemon Go that, as you can see as we've gone through this, can really actually make a humongous difference, in my opinion, into making these Pokemon to be the top of what they do deserve as meta raid top spot attackers premier in Pokemon Go. So let me know what you guys think now. I appreciate you guys for tuning in as always. Thank you for being here. To all my likers, commenters, subscribers, Patreon members, everybody who takes their support, subscription, and participation to the next level. I'm gonna see you guys out on the next video. Peace. I want to take this time to thank everybody who supports me in every facet. It means the world to me, and an extra special thank you to all my Patreons. I greatly appreciate the extra support to continue to allow me to pursue Pokemon Go full time, allowing me to create my daily video uploads in the most timely fashion for everyone's benefit. Plus, I get the amazing experience of sharing my creative processes behind the scenes and raiding all around the globe with select upper tiers. Thank you everybody for being a part of the Trainer Club. You all mean the absolute world to me, and I will see you guys out on the next video.